Happy full moon, many blessings, sacred family. This is Luis with the Golden Phoenix. Thank you again. Wishing everyone an illuminating, activating, rejuvenating, and supportive full moon experience. I want to share a little bit about the medicine of this full moon and a brief meditation that came through this morning from the Bodhisattva, the gurus, the ancient lineages of light. So this full moon we have known in some of the Eastern traditions as Guru Purnima. It's the full moon of the Guru. It's the first full moon after the summer solstice. So it's the full moon of illumination and awakening of our inner light at the same time as the fullness of the outer light, the long days, the warm sun, the growth that comes from the long days and this time of summer. So when we have this outer growth and expansion with the inner illumination, we begin to recognize our legacy of what it is we can offer unto the world. And this can come from our place of our own awakening, our own illumination, our own compassion that really inspires us to share with the rest of the world. The axis of this full moon is of the moon in Capricorn and the sun in Cancer. To put simply, we have the axis of home and family and career, and what I like to say is legacy. So the balance that we have for this moon is our legacy, our vocation, what we're leaving behind, not our day-to-day work, but what we are really going to be building through the course of our lifetime. That body of work that will be left behind after we leave this plane, that is going to be a benefit and blessing to future generations who will come after us. And a lot of that work begins right now when we look at how we can support our children, support the youth, support those around us, whether older or younger, how we turn and offer of our hearts what we have to give, as we each have a unique soul destiny, unique gifts that we all come in with. And this full moon is bringing the illumination of those that we can turn towards the collective and offer that from a place of love. And so the medicine of this axis we have of the Cancer and our emotions, our hearts, the nourishment of the mother, the nourishment of family, of home, that as we build and create, as we meditate on what we are leaving behind as our legacy of love, our legacy of light, that we make it be something that includes our family, that includes those that we love, that includes a nourishment of our home. In this time, one of the ways this is looking is for what we do and how we do it to be sustainable and regenerative to our earth, to the soil, to the communities that we live in, and bring more peacefulness and healing and blessing to our homes. Right now, a lot of people at least in the West, are on some sense of summer vacation. So they're taking a pause from the career, from the vocation maybe, to really spend time with family, spend time nourishing the home. And for those who don't have family, it may just be nourishing the home within, nourishing their home of themselves, their own bodies, taking time on retreats, recognizing that our whole ecosystem, all of our humanity, all of the birds, plants, animals, trees, rivers, lakes, streams, and oceans, mountains are all our family. So really everywhere we go, we are with family. It's a reminder. So to put simply, that's the medicine that's coming through for this full moon, is that as we build and we craft our legacy, we craft our careers, our visions, those things that we really want to leave behind, that we remember to really include our sacred family, to really include our family at home, include the future generations in what we're doing, include regenerative practices in what we're doing, the tools that we're using, the materials that we're working with, where we're sourcing our materials from, all these things. Remembering that if it is nourishing to our home, then it will be nourishing to our legacy. And if our legacy is of the heart and of a holistic, regenerative way of thinking, way of seeing, way of being, if we're thinking from a place and moving from a place of love and compassion for a collective living family, then it will be a blessing, and it will be full, and will be whole. It will be free from any illusion or sense of separation. And that brings me to the meditation, which has to do with the Bodhisattva. The ancient gurus, they reminded me this morning that we each stand as one in a long, 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 long line, long lineage of light, of love, of compassion, of liberation and awakening. So the meditation here is supporting our awareness and empowerment and claiming our place in this long lineage of light. So we're going to gently rest our eyes, bring our body into a place of stillness, relaxation, allowing our breath to fill and expand to every space in our bodies, the tips of our toes, our ribs, our shoulders, our spine, the top of our head, expanding our belly, our heart, our lungs, just naturally allowing the out-breath to flow, soften, support our softening. Going to visualize behind us a radiant blue, green, white light that seems to go on behind us, go on into infinity. Really goes on forever, goes on infinitely. Beginningless, we could say. And on this long line are countless, countless numbers of beings of love and compassion that have existed throughout the cosmos. This long line of beings all the way behind us. And this thread of beautiful light This blue, green, white light extends from way behind us all the way through us, through our hearts, through our sphere, our aura, our body, and infinitely before us, in front of us. It extends on into infinity. As we watch this long line of countless beings of love and compassion, beings who stood for courage, who stood for awakening, who stood for care, who stood for beauty, who stood for righteousness, justice in the universe and upon this earth. We find ourselves right in the middle, really breathing in this light, allowing it to fill us and recognize that we are part of this lineage of light, this lineage of responsibility, of compassion, kindness, courage. Allowing our breath to support this light to radiate through our whole being, every cell, every fiber of our being. Really allowing ourselves to feel that warmth, the courage, the joy of this unbroken line of love from eons ago that is here moving through us, living through us right now. Sacred virtues living within us that underlie all religions and sacred traditions. With love at its core. We can allow ourselves to visualize a pillar of light extending from above our crown all the way up into the heavens, the celestial realms, and extending down through our crown, through our central channel, our spine, down through our root, out, down, down to the earth, down to the core of the earth, crystal core of the earth. Can visualize ourselves standing with our feet firmly planted upon this earth, claiming and affirming our place in this lineage, this legacy of light, this lineage of love, of compassion, of courage, of responsibility, of justice, of freedom. We are here walking this earth, standing upon this earth as emissaries of this lineage of light. Can receive the blessings of being part of this lineage of light, all the eons and eons, lineages and generations that have come before us are pouring into us right now. Can imagine our vessel, our energy body, filling up like a tub of this liquid light, if you will. Can envision our spine, our skeletal system, our nervous system, our organs, our energy body, completely being filled and warmed, nourished, replenished by this light that has come from eons and eons, strong, unbroken. You can breathe in and allow it to really fill every aspect of our being. As we exhale, we allow this to permeate out through every cell, every pore of our being, out into all areas and aspects of our lives. Our family, our home, our vocation, our career, our mission, our divine mission here, those we love, our sacred spaces, places we live, places that we love and call home. Another breath, filling our whole vessel with this lineage, this unbroken line of divine light. Filling, expanding, and as we exhale, allowing that to permeate out, radiate out into all areas of our lives. This whole world, the many beings of this world who are our sacred family. We are emissaries of this light. We are pillars, lighthouses, beacons of this unbroken lineage of light. We stand here affirming this now. We are standing in our place to hold and share this light with this world and this generation right now. So we allow our breath to naturally come back into its relaxed state, its natural state. We can continue to visualize this long line that extends before us, in front of us, and will go on infinitely for eons and eons. The many beings and generations, the many that are to come, who will embody this light, thinking good thoughts for them, that we are here as emissaries right in the middle of this long line, this unbroken lineage of light that stretches way back into infinity and stretches way forward into infinity. Seeing this lineage of light continuing forward in front of us, strong and vibrant, allowing the love in our hearts, our courage of our sacred action upon this planet that will continue and support this lineage of light to continue to be unbroken for many, 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 many generations. See this whole line strengthening and brightening. You may even see it pulsating. Here we can bring our hands, our palms together in front of our hearts, allowing ourselves to dissolve naturally into this long line of light, this legacy, this lineage of light, of beauty, of courage, of compassion, of love, of responsibility, of justice, of kindness. Simply bowing, allowing ourselves to be one with all this light. Thinking of our many relatives around the world who are also part of this lineage of light. those older than us, those younger than us, holding, carrying the same love, the same compassion, same courage, stand in love for what is right. Our interconnectedness with the sacred web, the sacred family of life here on this planet and out into the cosmos. Breathing deeply and residing here at home in this family. Gently allowing ourselves in our own time, our own flow to return to hear the body, here to the now. Opening our eyes, opening our hearts, remembering this sacred family of light, numberless beings who are embodied upon this world, have many forms and many faces, keeping our hearts and our eyes open to seeing how truly numberless we all are here. Take a moment when you have, if you like to journal, jot down your feelings and experiences from this meditation, what you wish to allow to resonate and radiate into your life from this full moon. Thank you all so much. Wishing you peacefulness, joy, great abundance, great love. Blessings. Aho.